Violence against women isn't just something that society should accept, it's something that should continue to be challenged.
So sadly, a few years ago, I witnessed a situation which involved eventual violence toward a woman. Now, I reported it to the police at the time and I didn't really think much more of it.
This sort of behaviour is not something that's happened to them once, but it's a recurring pattern of behaviour that's happened to them over a period of years.
But the next day, a police officer phoned back and said, would I be willing to make a formal statement? And what stuck with me was his words that so few people are willing to stand forward and actually state what they've seen and heard.
I'm the mother of a 14-year-old daughter, and I genuinely think some people do not realise the impact their behaviours have on women and girls and the way that feels.
It was just before 10 a.m. and these guys were like wolf whistling at me, but yeah, that was really uncomfortable.
Older men and boys catcalling almost to the younger girl. To a 14-year-old girl, that's very threatening and is really very much the sort of thing that makes them feel uncertain about their place in the world.
I used to take it in my own hands to do it, but it's only because I'd suffered and I knew what it felt like. And I had no one to talk to.
As a community, we need to get together and call out any instances of abuse and violence that we see.
They can speak out. There is someone they can go to.
I think that there's situations that commonly get seen in bars and in late night that you need to identify that whether somebody is uncomfortable and just feeling cornered and needs that little extra support just to get away from the situation they're in.
Being prepared to, if you can, to step in and say something is the most important thing. Even if we can't directly intervene in a situation, we can and always should report it to the correct authorities who do make a difference.
We need to collectively take responsibility for what's going on. What I would do is encourage men that aren't in that position to take a stance.
It's something we should all just be aware of. I think it's something we should all be educated about, something we could all step in if necessary, something we're not afraid of.
We can all make a difference and all stand up for things that we see that don't appear to be right.
Making sure everyone's safe, of all ages and of all genders.
We stand together against sexual violence.
We stand together against sexual violence.
We stand together against sexual violence.